Growing up in Dublin, Maureen O'Hara was born into a family that valued the arts. Her mother was a talented singer, and her father was a businessman who encouraged her creativity. From a young age, she was exposed to music and performance, which sparked her interest in acting. O'Hara attended the Abbey Theatre School, where she honed her skills and developed a passion for the stage. Key influences in her life included the vibrant theatre scene in Dublin and the strong Irish culture that surrounded her. She was inspired by the performances she saw and the stories told by her family. O'Hara's early experiences in local productions helped her gain confidence and stage presence. Mentors played a significant role in her journey. Notably, she was influenced by the directors and actors she worked with at the Abbey Theatre, who recognized her talent and encouraged her to pursue a career in film. This foundation set the stage for her later success in Hollywood, where she became known for her strong, independent characters. Maureen O'Hara was a talented actress known for her strong performances in classic films. She starred in many popular movies, often playing fierce and independent characters. Are there any lesser-known facts or anecdotes about actress Maureen O'Hara that fascinate you? For example, she was not only an actress but also a skilled singer and dancer. Out of the many legendary works she has done, which one do you believe defined her career? Many fans point to her role in The Quiet Man as a standout performance that showcased her talent and charm. O'Hara was also known for her fiery personality off-screen, which made her a memorable figure in Hollywood. Do you have a cherished memory or personal experience related to this classic star? We would love to hear your stories and memories in the comments below. Keep watching this video, as there are many funny, shocking and sad facts coming up about Maureen O'Hara that you won't want to miss. Growing up in Dublin, Maureen O'Hara found her passion for acting at a young age. She often watched plays at the Abbey Theatre, captivated by the performances. One pivotal moment came when she was just a teenager. A local theatre group needed a young actress for a production, and Maureen, filled with excitement, auditioned. Her natural talent shone through, and she landed the role. As she continued to act in school plays, her confidence grew. She remembered the first time she stepped onto a stage, feeling the energy of the crowd. It was exhilarating. Encouraged by her family, she pursued formal training at the Abbey School of Drama. There, she honed her skills and learned the craft deeply. Her big break came when she was cast in a film, and the experience solidified her love for acting. The combination of storytelling and emotion drew her in completely. Each role she took on felt like a new adventure, and she knew she wanted to share her passion with the world. Maureen O'Hara was born in Ranelagh, Dublin, Ireland. She grew up in a family that valued the arts. Her father was a businessman, and her mother was a former actress. This environment encouraged her interest in performance from a young age. O'Hara attended the Abbey Theatre School, where she honed her acting skills. At the age of 17, she was cast in a film, which marked the beginning of her career. Her early experiences in theatre and film shaped her strong screen presence and distinctive voice. O'Hara faced challenges as a woman in a male-dominated industry, but her determination and talent helped her succeed. She became known for her roles in adventure films and westerns, often portraying strong, independent characters. Her work with directors like John Ford and her collaborations with actors such as John Wayne further defined her career. O'Hara's Irish heritage and her experiences in Dublin influenced her identity and the roles she chose throughout her life. Facing financial struggles early in her career, Maureen O'Hara often found herself in difficult situations. Growing up in Dublin, she had a passion for acting, but lacked the resources to pursue it fully. Despite her talent, the film industry was skeptical of her abilities, often doubting her potential due to her strong Irish accent and fiery personality. Instead of giving up, She worked hard to improve her craft. She took on various roles in theater, honing her skills and gaining confidence. When she finally got her break in Hollywood, she faced more challenges. Many producers wanted to typecast her based on her looks rather than her talent. O'Hara refused to be limited by these expectations. She sought out roles that showcased her strength and versatility, often playing strong female characters. Her determination and resilience helped her navigate the tough landscape of the film industry. By staying true to herself and her vision, she carved out a successful career, proving that hard work and creativity can overcome even the toughest obstacles. In honor of her 100th birthday on August 17, 2020, Maureen O'Hara was celebrated with a day dedicated to her films during the Turner Classic Movies Summer Under the Stars. O'Hara is well known for her role as Catherine Gilhooly McLintock. In the film McLintock, she starred alongside John Wayne, who played her husband in the classic film The Quiet Man from 1952. In this movie, Wayne's character, Sean Thornton, famously walks into the house drunk and calls out to O'Hara's character Mary Kate with the phrase "woman of the house." This moment highlights their dynamic as a couple in the film. Additionally, O'Hara played Olivia Spencer in Spencer's Mountain. In a touching connection, her real-life daughter Bronwyn Fitzsimmons appeared in the film as the college dean's secretary. This personal touch added depth to O'Hara's performance and showcased her family's involvement in her career. O'Hara's legacy continues to be celebrated through her memorable roles and contributions to film. Throughout her career, Maureen O'Hara experienced several pivotal moments that defined her legacy in Hollywood. One significant turning point came with her role in the 1939 film The Hunchback of Notre Dame, where her performance as Esmeralda showcased her strong screen presence and acting talent. Critics praised her ability to convey deep emotion, setting her apart from many of her contemporaries. Another landmark moment was her collaboration with John Ford in The Quiet Man in 1952. This film not only solidified her status as a leading actress, but also highlighted her remarkable chemistry with co-star John Wayne. Their partnership became iconic, and O'Hara's portrayal of Mary Kate Danaher earned her critical acclaim, with many peers noting her fierce independence and strength as a character. Moreover, her role in Miracle on 34th Street in 1947 brought her into the hearts of families, establishing her as a beloved figure in holiday cinema. Critics and audiences alike admired her warmth and charm, which added depth to the film's message of belief and hope. Throughout her career, O'Hara's fierce spirit and determination to take on strong female roles inspired many actresses who followed her. Her contributions to film were recognized with various awards, including an Honorary Academy Award in 2014, celebrating her enduring impact on the industry. Her peers often remarked on her professionalism and dedication, with many collaborators noting that she brought a unique energy to every project. O'Hara's legacy continues to resonate as her performances remain a testament to her talent and the groundbreaking roles she embraced. She faced significant loss when her husband, Charles Blair, passed away on September 2, 1978. Just 9 months later, she lost her close friend, John Wayne, on June 11, 1979. These events marked a difficult period in her life. Despite these challenges, she found joy in her family. She had 2 great-grandchildren, Bailey and Everest, through her grandson, Beau Fitzsimmons. In her film career, Maureen O'Hara played the role of Martha McCandles in the movie Big Jake. In this film, she is credited last in both the opening and closing cast credits, which is notable in the context of her career. O'Hara's contributions to film and her personal experiences reflect her resilience and dedication to her family and craft. Maureen O'Hara approached her work with a fierce dedication and a strong sense of individuality. Her performances were marked by a unique blend of strength and vulnerability, often portraying strong, independent women. This reflected her own life experiences, growing up in Ireland and facing challenges in a male-dominated industry. O'Hara's worldview was shaped by her love for her homeland, which often influenced her roles, and the passion she brought to her characters. She believed in the importance of authenticity, striving to bring depth to her performances. O'Hara often drew from her personal experiences, allowing her emotions to guide her portrayals. This connection to her characters made her performances resonate with audiences. Her style was characterized by a commanding presence and a fiery spirit, which set her apart from her contemporaries. Moreover, O'Hara's commitment to her craft was evident in her meticulous preparation for each role. She immersed herself in the characters she played, often researching their backgrounds and motivations. This dedication not only showcased her talent, but also highlighted her desire to tell meaningful stories. Her legacy continues to inspire actors and filmmakers, reflecting the power of a strong artistic vision. Mental health struggles can affect anyone, including famous individuals like Maureen O'Hara. Throughout her life, she faced various challenges that impacted her well-being. O'Hara dealt with the pressures of fame and the expectations that came with being a leading actress. The film industry can be demanding, and this pressure sometimes led to feelings of anxiety and stress. In addition to her career challenges, O'Hara experienced personal struggles. She faced difficulties in her relationships, including a tumultuous marriage that contributed to her emotional distress. These experiences shaped her perspective on life and influenced her mental health. Despite these challenges, O'Hara showed resilience. She found strength in her work and continued to act in films that showcased her talent. Her determination to succeed helped her navigate through tough times. O'Hara's story highlights the importance of mental health awareness and the need for support during difficult periods. Her journey reminds us that struggles are a part of life, and seeking help is essential for maintaining mental well-being. Maureen O'Hara made a significant impact on the film industry with her powerful performances and strong screen presence. Known for her fiery red hair and captivating beauty, she often portrayed strong, independent women, which was a refreshing change in a time when female roles were often limited. Her work in films like The Quiet Man and Miracle on 34th Street showcased her ability to blend strength with vulnerability, influencing how women were depicted in cinema. Industry experts have noted that O'Hara's performances set a standard for future actresses, inspiring them to take on more complex roles. Critics have praised her for bringing depth to characters that were often one-dimensional. Her commitment to authenticity in her roles encouraged filmmakers to explore richer storytelling. Many actresses today cite O'Hara as a role model, admiring her courage to challenge stereotypes and her dedication to her craft. Her legacy continues to resonate, reminding audiences of the importance of strong female characters in film. She was the first choice to play Anna in the film version of The King and I, but Richard Rodgers did not want the role played by a pirate queen. This decision did not overshadow her career. In Miracle on 34th Street, Maureen O'Hara played Doris Walker. The cast and crew had a strong affection for Edmund Gwenn, who portrayed Santa Claus. Alvin Greenman, who played Alfred, described him as a dear, dear man. Robert Hyatt, who played Tommy Mara Jr., recalled in a 21 interview that Gwen was always happy and had a twinkle in his eye. O'Hara noted that by the middle of the shoot they all believed Edmund really was Santa Claus, stating she had never seen an actor more suited for a role. In The Parent Trap, O'Hara played Maggie McKendrick. During a scene with Charles Ruggles, he had no place to put his cigarette ashes. Writer and director David Swift suggested a method he had seen before. Ruggles casually used this idea, leading to ashes on the floor moments later. Throughout her life, Maureen O'Hara embraced values of family, loyalty, and resilience. Outside of her acting career, she cherished her time with loved ones, often sharing stories of her close-knit family. Her Irish heritage played a significant role in shaping her identity, instilling a strong sense of pride and connection to her roots. O'Hara was known for her fierce independence and determination, qualities that often reflected in the strong female characters she portrayed on screen. Her philanthropic efforts included support for various causes, particularly those related to children and education. O'Hara was passionate about helping young people find their paths, believing in the power of education to change lives. She also supported animal welfare organizations, showing her compassion for all living beings. These interests not only enriched her personal life, but also influenced her work, as she often chose roles that aligned with her values. Her commitment to authenticity and integrity resonated with audiences, making her a beloved figure both on and off the screen. Charles Laughton served as an important acting mentor to Maureen O'Hara. His guidance helped shape her career in film. O'Hara played the role of Olivia Spencer in the movie Spencer's Mountain. In this film, she starred alongside Donald Crisp, who also appeared in the 1941 film How Green Was My Valley. This connection highlights her ability to work with notable actors of her time. During a lunch with actress Lucille Ball, O'Hara witnessed a significant moment in entertainment history. It was at this lunch that Lucille first saw Cuban musician Desi Arnaz, who would later become her husband. This event marked a turning point in both their lives and careers. O'Hara's experiences in the film industry and her connections with other stars reflect her influence and the relationships she built throughout her career. Reflecting on the legacy of Maureen O'Hara, her impact on the film industry is profound. Known for her fiery spirit and strong performances, she broke barriers for women in Hollywood. O'Hara's roles often showcased her as a fierce and independent character, paving the way for future actresses to embrace similar roles. Her work in classics like The Quiet Man and Miracle on 34th Street remains timeless, inspiring generations of filmmakers and actors. As for future contributions, the industry can learn from her dedication to authenticity and passion for storytelling. Aspiring professionals should focus on honing their craft and staying true to themselves. O'Hara would likely advise them to embrace their uniqueness and not shy away from challenging roles. She believed in the power of perseverance and hard work, encouraging newcomers to be resilient in the face of rejection. By following their dreams and remaining committed, they can leave their own mark on the industry, just as she did. In McLintock, Maureen O'Hara played Catherine Gilhooly McLintock. She expressed a desire to perform a stunt where she would jump through a plate glass window. However, the studio did not allow her to do it, citing safety concerns. They also refused to let a stunt woman perform the stunt, insisting it was too risky. Instead, a male stuntman named Dean Smith completed the stunt while wearing a wig and O'Hara's clothes. After retiring from acting, O'Hara found a second career as a magazine publisher. This new role helped her stay engaged and avoid boredom in retirement. In The Quiet Man, O'Hara portrayed Mary Kate Danaher. Interestingly, her real-life brothers, Charles B. Fitzsimmons and James O'Hara, played characters in the film. This connection added a personal touch to her performance. O'Hara's career spanned decades, showcasing her talent and determination in both acting and publishing. From her early days in Ireland to becoming a Hollywood icon, Maureen O'Hara's journey is marked by her fierce passion for acting and her remarkable talent. She captivated audiences with her strong performances in classic films like The Quiet Man and Miracle on 34th Street. O'Hara was not just a pretty face. She brought depth and strength to her roles, often portraying strong, independent women. Her innovative spirit shone through as she broke barriers in a male-dominated industry, refusing to be typecast and demanding roles that showcased her abilities. O'Hara's impact on the entertainment industry endures, inspiring generations of actors and filmmakers. Her odyssey is a testament to the power of creativity and perseverance, reminding us that with determination and passion, one can overcome obstacles and leave a lasting mark on the world. The story she told and the characters she embodied continue to resonate, proving that true artistry knows no bounds. In Rio Grande, Maureen O'Hara played Mistress Kathleen York. John Ford needed to make this film to secure approval for his desired project, The Quiet Man. Republic Pictures, led by Herbert J. Yates, was skeptical about The Quiet Man's success and insisted on a Western to offset potential losses. The budget for The Quiet Man was $1,750,000, a significant amount for Republic. To manage costs, John Ford negotiated with John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara to accept lower pay. Wayne, who usually earned a standard salary plus a share of profits, agreed to work for $100,000, despite Yates warning him that the film could damage his career. In Miracle on 34th Street, Maureen O'Hara portrayed Doris Walker. Initially, she did not want to take the role as she had just returned to Ireland. However, after reading the script, her feelings changed, and she embraced the opportunity. O'Hara's performances in these films showcased her talent and adaptability, contributing to her lasting legacy in Hollywood. Maureen O'Hara played Doris Walker in Miracle on 34th Street. The film received a B rating from the Legion of Decency, which indicated it was morally objectionable in part. This rating was largely due to O'Hara's role as a divorcee, which was controversial at the time. In her personal life, she became the grandmother of C. Beau Fitzsimmons, the son of her daughter Bronwyn. O'Hara also portrayed Angharad in How Green Was My Valley. The Screen Guild Theatre broadcast a 30-minute radio adaptation of this film on March 22, 1942. In this adaptation, O'Hara reprised her role along with other cast members like Sarah Allgood, Donald Crisp, Roddy McDowell, and Walter Pidgeon. A longer 60-minute performance followed on September 21, 1942, featuring the same cast except for Rhys Williams. Later, Crisp returned to his role in radio productions on March 31, 1947, and September 28, 1954. In 1986, a young New York police officer was shot and paralyzed while on duty. His wife shared with reporters that his favorite movie was The Quiet Man, and that he admired Maureen O'Hara. After hearing this, O'Hara traveled to New York to visit him in the hospital. She offered her support and encouragement during his recovery. O'Hara stayed involved with the couple, attending their baby's christening and participating in a parade to honor the officer. In The Quiet Man, O'Hara played the role of Mary Kate Danaher. The film featured several actors from Dublin's Abbey Players, where both O'Hara and Barry Fitzgerald began their acting careers. Some of these actors had previously worked with director John Ford in The Plough and The Stars. O'Hara also starred as Maggie McKendrick in The Parent Trap. She outlived most of her co-stars from this film, as well as Natasha Richardson, who played her role in the remake. Richardson's life was cut short due to a tragic skiing accident in 2009. In The Quiet Man, Maureen O'Hara played Mary Kay Danaher. A notable story from the film involves a scene where John Wayne scoops up holy water for her to bless herself. The church chosen for this scene was not Catholic but a Church of Ireland, which caused issues. Both the Protestant and Catholic clergy were unhappy about the use of a holy water font in a Protestant church. After some discussions, it was decided to place the font outside the church to satisfy both sides. John Ford, the director, reportedly threatened to move the production back to America if the issue was not resolved quickly. This led to a compromise, allowing filming to continue in the area. Another memorable moment occurred when John Wayne found O'Hara in his cottage. The wind blew her hair around her face, making it hard for her to keep her eyes open. Ford yelled at her to open her eyes, to which she replied sharply, questioning his understanding of the situation. Critics noted the age difference between O'Hara and Victor McLaglen, who played her brother. At 31, O'Hara was much younger than McLaglen, who was nearly 65. Some felt he should have portrayed her father instead. However, the film did not suggest they were half-siblings, leaving the relationship as it was. In Rio Grande, Maureen O'Hara played Mistress Kathleen York. At 29, she was only 14 years older than Claude Jarman Jr., who portrayed her son. This age difference was notable in their on-screen relationship. In another film, Sinbad, the Sailor, O'Hara took on the role of Shireen. In her autobiography, she expressed disappointment upon discovering that Douglas Fairbanks Jr. wore a padded jockstrap to enhance the appearance of his bulge in tights. This revelation highlighted the behind-the-scenes realities of filmmaking. After the death of her husband, Charles F. Blair, in 1978, O'Hara took over as president of Antilles Airboats, the airline they co-owned. This made her the first female president of a U.S. certificated airline. Her leadership in the aviation industry marked a significant achievement, showcasing her ability to adapt and succeed in a male-dominated field. O'Hara's career spanned acting and business, reflecting her diverse talents and resilience. In The Parent Trap, Maureen O'Hara played the role of Maggie McKendrick. She shared the screen with Brian Keith, who was also her co-star in two other films, The Deadly Companions and The Rare Breed. O'Hara's performance in these films showcased her talent and versatility as an actress. In Jamaica Inn, she portrayed Mary Yellen. The film featured Charles Lawton as Squire Pengallan, who insisted that O'Hara be cast in the role of Mary, highlighting her strong presence in the industry. In the early 1940s, O'Hara was one of the actresses invited to a benefit dinner at the White House. She had the honor of sitting next to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, which was a significant moment in her career. O'Hara's contributions to film and her interactions with notable figures reflect her importance in Hollywood history. Her roles and experiences have left a lasting impact on the film industry. In The Black Swan, Maureen O'Hara played Lady Margaret Denby. The film originally had an ending where both her character and Tyrone Power's character jumped into the sea. However, this ending was changed to meet censorship requirements. O'Hara was part of 3 films that were nominated for the Oscar for Best Picture. These films were How Green Was My Valley, Miracle on 34th Street, and The Quiet Man. Among these, How Green Was My Valley won the award. In The Quiet Man, O'Hara portrayed Mary Kate Danaher. The film is known for its strong connection to Ireland, with the color green appearing in every shot. However, the only time green is seen in the costumes is in O'Hara's floral dress. This dress is worn during the cemetery scene, and when she goes out with Thornton, the use of green in her costume highlights her character's connection to the Irish landscape and culture. O'Hara's performances in these films showcase her talent and the impact she had on classic cinema. When Yvonne De Carlo fell ill, Maureen O'Hara was loaned to Universal by 20th Century Fox to take over De Carlo's role in the film Baghdad in 1949. Later, O'Hara and De Carlo appeared as rivals in the movie McLintock in 1963. O'Hara's journey in film began with a screen test for the Playboy in 1938 at Elstree Studios. This test was arranged by American bandleader Harry Richmond, who was in Dublin at the time. O'Hara disliked the experience, feeling she looked unappealing, and even Charles Lawton thought it was not good. Despite this, he signed her to a contract. Parkeo Radio Pictures later bought her contract and sold part of it to 20th Century Fox. In The Quiet Man, O'Hara played Mary Kate Danaher. At the end of the film, she whispered something to John Wayne, which surprised him. The line was never revealed, as O'Hara insisted it remain a secret. She initially hesitated to say it, feeling it was too personal, but director John Ford insisted for the sake of authenticity. The mystery of that line continues to intrigue fans. Maureen O'Hara played the role of Maggie McKendrick in The Parent Trap. In this film, she worked alongside Brian Keith. They had previously appeared together in The Rare Breed in 1966. In that movie, Hayley Mills' older sister, Juliet Mills, portrayed Maureen's daughter. Maureen O'Hara became a mother at the age of 23 when she gave birth to her only child, a daughter named Bronwyn Rigid Price, on June 30, 1944. Bronwyn's father was Maureen's second husband, William Houston Price, who later became her ex-husband. In The Rare Breed, Maureen O'Hara also took on the role of Martha Evans. She starred alongside Juliet Mills, who was part of the same family of actors. The following year, Maureen starred in The Parent Trap with Hayley Mills, Juliet's younger sister. This connection among the actresses highlights the close ties within the film industry during that time. Maureen O'Hara's career included many memorable roles, showcasing her talent and versatility as an actress. Maureen O'Hara played Doris Walker in Miracle on 34th Street. She shared that the cast had a strong bond and enjoyed their time together. O'Hara recalled how she, Edmund Gwenn, and John Payne would walk along Fifth Avenue after work. They would look at the holiday window displays while Natalie Wood went to bed. O'Hara noted that Edmund, who played Santa Claus, acted like a child excited about gifts. She found joy in watching the window dressers react to him peering in, realizing he would be a memorable Santa. In The Quiet Man, O'Hara portrayed Mary Kate Danaher and showcased her singing talent by performing her own songs. She had a deep desire to be an opera soprano, which reflected her passion for music. O'Hara's dedication to her craft and her ability to connect with her co-stars made her performances memorable. Her experiences on set and her aspirations in music highlight her multifaceted talent and love for the arts. In 1997, Maureen O'Hara made headlines when she stated that the suicide of actor Brian Keith was an accident. At the time, Keith was battling lung cancer and emphysema while also grieving the loss of his daughter. This claim drew attention and sparked discussions about mental health and the pressures faced by actors. O'Hara became an American citizen on January 25, 1946, while still keeping her Irish citizenship. This was significant as it marked the first time the U.S. government recognized an Irish citizen as Irish, leading to changes in the immigration process for others from Ireland. O'Hara is well known for her role as Mary Kate Danaher in the classic film The Quiet Man. The movie features Ballyglunin Station, located south of Tuam in County Galway, during its opening sequence. In a memorable scene, John Wayne slams the train doors, looking for O'Hara. The station remains largely unchanged since the film was shot in 1951, with the main difference being the bridge over the railway tracks, which has since been moved to Ballinasloe Station in East Galway after Ballyglunin ceased to be a main line. In The Quiet Man, Maureen O'Hara plays Mary Kate Danaher, a strong and spirited character. Her dynamic with John Wayne's character is memorable, especially when he enters the house drunk and calls out, "Woman of the house." This line is repeated in their later film McLintock, where Wayne's character, G.W. McLintock, uses the same phrase to get O'Hara's attention. This connection between the two films highlights their on-screen chemistry and the playful nature of their roles. O'Hara was also the aunt of Charles F. Fitzsimmons, adding a personal connection to her family. Beyond her acting career, she was known for her political views. O'Hara was a staunch conservative Republican. Throughout her life, she supported several Republican presidents, including Dwight D. Eisenhower, Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford, Ronald Reagan, George Bush, and George W. Bush. Her political beliefs were an important part of her identity, reflecting her values and the issues she cared about. In Jamaica Inn, Maureen O'Hara played the role of Mary Yellen. Her name appeared in the opening credits, marking her official debut in a theatrical movie. Although she had filmed Little Miss Molly in 1938, that movie was not released until 1940. This made her performance in Jamaica Inn significant, as it introduced her to a wider audience. In The Quiet Man, Maureen O'Hara portrayed Mary Kate Danaher. A memorable scene features her opening the door to leave, only for John Wayne to pull her back in and kiss her. This moment was later referenced in the film E.T., the Extraterrestrial, where Elliot kisses a girl in a classroom. Steven Spielberg, a fan of John Ford, included this homage to honor the original scene. In Miracle on 34th Street, Maureen O'Hara took on the role of Doris Walker. This film was the third of 4 collaborations between her and John Payne. They had previously worked together in To the Shores of Tripoli and Sentimental Journey, and they reunited again for Tripoli in 1950. Their partnership contributed to the success of these films and showcased their on-screen chemistry. Maureen O'Hara played Angharad Morgan in the film How Green Was My Valley. She was the last surviving cast member of this film when she passed away on October 24, 2015, at the age of 95. O'Hara was one of 4 actresses known as the Queen of Technicolor, alongside Maria Montez, Yvonne De Carlo, and Rhonda Fleming. This title highlighted her significant contributions to color films during her career. Her friendship with John Wayne was notable and lasted until his death. O'Hara had a special wing in her home on St. Croix, which she named the John Wayne Wing. This area was where he stayed during his visits. Unfortunately, the wing suffered severe damage from Hurricane Hugo in 1989, about 10 years after Wayne's passing. O'Hara's legacy in film and her personal connections remain significant in Hollywood history. Maureen O'Hara was born in Churchtown, a suburb of Dublin, Ireland. She became well known for her strong performances in classic films. In The Quiet Man, she played Mary Kate Danaher. During one scene, John Wayne dragged her across the fields back to the village. O'Hara did not use a stunt double for this part, and ended up with bruises from the rough ground. This dedication to her role showed her commitment to authenticity in her acting. In How Green Was My Valley, she portrayed Angharad. There is a memorable scene where miners greet their women by placing their earnings in basket. O'Hara noticed that her basket was a modern craft basket, which did not fit the film's time period. She stopped the filming to point this out. Director John Ford was upset by her correction in front of the cast and crew. He closed the set and told her to wait on a nearby hill until he called for her. After an hour, an assistant came to get her, and she was pleased to see that the basket had been changed to match the period. In The Quiet Man, Maureen O'Hara played Mary Kate Danaher. A notable scene features Thornton dragging her through a field, causing her to lose a shoe and fall. John Ford, the director, believed this moment was spontaneous. However, O'Hara and John Wayne had actually rehearsed it in detail before filming. This preparation added depth to their performance. In Miracle on 34th Street, O'Hara portrayed Doris Walker. The film included scenes from the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in 1946. Filming these scenes required careful planning, since retakes were not possible. 20th Century Fox set up cameras at various locations along the parade route, including the starting line and several key spots in the city. O'Hara recalled in her autobiography, "'Tis herself, that it was a hectic day. They had to capture each scene in one take, and the cold weather made it challenging. She and her co-star Edmund Gwenn envied Natalie Wood and John Payne, who watched the parade from a warm window." Years later, in 2004, O'Hara returned to Macy's for an official appearance. She signed copies of her autobiography, connecting with fans and celebrating her legacy. Maureen O'Hara gained recognition for her role as Mary Yellen in Jamaica Inn. This film marked her first major role and was also her first film released in the United States. O'Hara stood out in the film industry for performing many of her own stunts, which was uncommon for actresses during that time. Her dedication to her craft showcased her strength and skill. In another notable role, She played Mary-Kate Danaher in The Quiet Man. This film was the second of 5 movies that paired her with John Wayne. Their on-screen chemistry became iconic, and they were known for their strong performances together. O'Hara's work in these films helped establish her as a leading actress in Hollywood. Her ability to take on challenging roles and perform stunts contributed to her lasting legacy in the film industry. O'Hara's impact on cinema continues to be remembered and appreciated by fans and filmmakers alike. In The Parent Trap, Maureen O'Hara played the role of Maggie McKendrick. This film came out a year after she starred with Juliet Mills in the TV movie Mistress Miniver. O'Hara was known for her strong performances and memorable characters. She was also considered for a role alongside John Wayne in Rooster Cogburn, but the part ultimately went to Katharine Hepburn. In McLintock, O'Hara portrayed Catherine Gilhooly McLintock. Early in the film, Catherine expresses her dislike for the name Becky, which is the nickname of their daughter. However, when Rebecca arrives by train, Catherine calls her Becky twice. This moment highlights the complexity of her character and adds depth to the family dynamics in the story. O'Hara's ability to convey strong emotions and relationships made her a standout actress in these films. Her work in these roles showcases her talent and the impact she had on classic cinema. Originally, Maureen O'Hara was set to play Isabel Bradley in The Razor's Edge, but Darrell F. Zanuck removed her from the cast and replaced her with Jean Tierney. Soon after, Zanuck cast her in the beloved film Miracle on 34th Street. O'Hara had a notable partnership with actor Anthony Quinn, appearing together in 6 films. Their collaborations included The Black Swan, Buffalo Bill, Sinbad, The Sailor, Against All Flags, The Magnificent Matador, and Only the Lonely. One of her most famous roles was as Mary-Kate Danaher in The Quiet Man. It is said that when Maureen O'Hara passed away in 2015, she was listening to Victor Young's score from this film. Her career spanned several decades, and she became known for her strong performances and memorable characters. O'Hara's legacy continues to influence actors and filmmakers today. In Italy, most of Maureen O'Hara's films were dubbed by Lydia Simoneschi. Occasionally, she was dubbed by Dia Cristiani, especially in the film Sitting Pretty. In How Green Was My Valley, which won multiple Oscars, she was dubbed by Rosetta Calavetta, and once by Paula Vedder. O'Hara played Mary-Kate Danaher in The Quiet Man. During a scene where John Wayne first kisses her, she slapped his face. When he brought the slap, she broke a bone in her hand. Since the film was not shot in order, she could not wear a cast while filming. In The Rare Breed, she portrayed Martha Evans. O'Hara also starred in The Parent Trap alongside Brian Keith. In this film, their twin daughters were played by Hayley Mills, who was the younger sister of Juliet Mills. O'Hara's performances in these films showcased her talent and resilience in the face of challenges. Maureen O'Hara played Doris Walker in Miracle on 34th Street. In her autobiography, she reflected on the film's lasting impact. She noted the magic felt on set and expressed pride in being part of a film that has been loved worldwide for nearly 60 years. O'Hara highlighted the special bond among the cast and crew, the uplifting story, and its message of hope and love. She enjoyed when children recognized her as the lady who knows, Santa Claus, always responding positively to their questions. O'Hara starred alongside John Wayne in 5 films, including Rio Grande, The Quiet Man, The Wings of Eagles, McLintock, and Big Jake. In each film, they played a married couple, often facing estrangement. The first 3 films were directed by John Ford, showcasing their strong on-screen chemistry. In The Rare Breed, O'Hara portrayed Martha Evans, the wife of her 2 leading men. She also played the wife of Brian Keith in The Parent Trap, and James Stewart in Mr. Hobbs Takes a Vacation. These roles highlighted her versatility and ability to connect with audiences. Maureen O'Hara's work in film has left a lasting impact on the entertainment industry. Known for her fiery red hair and strong screen presence, She captivated audiences with her performances in classic films like The Quiet Man and Miracle on 34th Street. Her ability to portray strong, independent women made her a role model for many. O'Hara often worked alongside legendary actors like John Wayne, creating memorable on-screen chemistry that still resonates today. Beyond her acting, she was also a talented producer and director, breaking barriers in a male-dominated industry. Her legacy is not just in the films she made, but in the way she inspired future generations of actresses to embrace their strength and individuality. As we reflect on her contributions, we invite you to share your thoughts on Maureen O'Hara's work and legacy in the comments. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe for more celebrations of the creative spirits shaping entertainment.